Alright, YouTube, as far as modern presidents go, the bar is set pretty low as far as fulfilling any of their campaign promises. What we've become used to over the last 4 presidencies is, now, I won't raise taxes, read my lips, no new taxes. Oh, sorry, I just raised taxes. The economy's doing great. Oh, sorry, the dot-com bubble burst right after I left office, with Bubba. Sorry, I created a housing bubble that literally collapsed the economy into a recession a decade later. With Bush, it was, when he arrived, a feel-good period of time. Oh, we're not going to do anything major. I'm just going to talk about Jesus and how great the USA is. Whoops! Oh, 9/11. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, Katrina? Oh, fuck me. And then with Obama, I'll close Gitmo. I want to be transparent administration. I stand against domestic surveillance in the police state. And then, of course, he props all these things up. So, the bar is low. But Trump, in less than 48 hours of actually being the President of the United States, has withdrawn us from the TPP, which is his first major victory, and disarmed the ACA. That's lesser, because that still needs to be overhauled completely. Whatever he's planning to do to fix the issue, it's going to take months, presumably, of talk, not just with the Republicans, but with Democrats as well, to try to fix the abomination, really, that is the ACA, the corporate intervention healthcare, so to speak, with zero competition in most parts of the country. That's why it's ineffective. That and no negotiation, no tort reform, high costs and so forth, and basically, out-and-out bilking and monopolization by the pharmaceutical industry. That's why it doesn't work. And it won't work until you inject the free market back where it belongs. As far as the TPP goes, though, it's not even a partisan issue. This is a total victory for Trump because the TPP wasn't even liked by Democrats. They didn't like it hardly any more than the Republicans did. Some of Obama's, core, he's the black messiah fans, they would mindlessly go along with him if he said, I want to start a nuclear war, and they'd consider you a horrible, bigoted, racist person if you opposed the idea. But most Democrats aren't exactly like that. A lot of them are just more Clintonian or even far left, and they're all against the TPP because it's not a free trade deal. When you use terms like that, oh, free trade deal, it's a lot like, oh, Patriot Act, or, oh, Happy Smiling Families Act. Yeah, we're going to break out all of your kids' teeth with a crab hammer. It's the Happy Smiling Children Act or something like that. They'll have, because they don't have any teeth, they'll be able to smile wider and stuff like that. That's what government does. When you have these happy little quips associated with a bill, it's usually a pretty good indicator that it's a shitty bill and that they're trying to gull other people into supporting it. The TPP had nothing to do with free trade. It's so opaque that we don't even know most of its content, number one. We have the old draft versions that were leaked, and from what we can read there, it really looks like it has more to do with allowing corporations to sue sovereign nations, the expansion of intellectual copyright law, only in a corporate sense, of course, and corporations being able to sue private individuals, of course, more easily, as well as, fuck around with the economies of these states, suppress small businesses, and allow corporatism to flourish even more than it already does. It's exactly the opposite of what we need for our economy. I'm not surprised that we're withdrawing from it. Now, Canada and Japan and a few of these other states, their governments still want it. My hazard to the people of Canada and Japan would be you need to protest extremely loud and extremely long against the TPP. It will destroy your economies. Whether the U.S. is involved or not makes no difference. You need to defeat it. It's a terrible idea. It has nothing to do with making you more wealthy. If it did, it wouldn't be supported by your governments. Yeah, trusting them at their word on something that opaque is retarded, to tell the truth. If you're supporting this move, you have mental difficulties. You need to probably take a good long look at your life or something like that, or what educational attainment you managed to get to and where you got your degree from, because you weren't served well in a civic or economic sense. The TPP is a bad idea. I can't imagine that even the Democrats in Congress are going to fault Trump for unilaterally saying, no, we're not going to go ahead with it. We're just going to stay out of this. Because a lot of them didn't even agree with Obama on it. Obama thought it was a great idea. He kept talking about it on Facebook over and over every month or so. Oh, the TPP will make jobs, be so great. Oh, social justice. And he'd just get a regular friggin' beating from his own fans in some cases. It's not even just a bunch of Republicans showed up to say, oh, you're the Kenyan Antichrist. No, it's a bunch of people who are like Democratic partisans. They're like, why would we support this? If it's so great, why won't you tell us truly what's in it? And that's a good point. The ACA was the same way, an extremely opaque bill, which, by the way, it is unconstitutional when the government attempts to do that. When it attempts to make an out-and-out legalese avalanche of paperwork into law, such that even people in Congress cannot reasonably read it before they vote on it, it's actually in violation of the U.S. Constitution. So, yeah, people have a right to know exactly what laws they're being governed by. So the TPP is gone. Good riddance. Victory for Trump, not even a partisan victory. Nobody's going to fault him for this. You might see like a Bernie Sanders or something maybe. Clinton was for it. It's funny because Clinton actually, she called it the gold standard of trade deals, then realized how unpopular it was when the old drafts were leaked. And then she said, oh yeah, I've had a change of heart. I can't support it in its current form. You didn't even know what the form was. Did you read it? Probably not. She would have signed it. If she had been elected, we'd be under the TPP already. She would have, day one, she would have signed that shit in the middle of the night without the cameras rolling. I can guarantee you she would have. So we dodged a bullet on that one. That would have been so bad for our economy and our population, so bad for free expression, so bad for, now you want to talk about net neutrality. There wouldn't be any need to have net neutrality under the TPP because any corporation could just sue you or anybody else at a whim, including if they're in foreign states. These same, here's the funny part. Obama was worried when Congress said, okay, we're going to pass a bill so that the 9/11 families can, go after Saudi Arabia in a legal sense because of the declassified report saying, yeah, they did 9/11. So it was the House of Saud, Mossad, and some of these other groups. They were all involved. They funded it. They trained people. It wasn't just a bunch of, goat herders out in the middle of the steppe of Afghanistan, which a lot of people, unfortunately, continue under the delusion of today in the belief that that's actually the case. It's not. It goes deeper than that. So Congress passed that. They said, okay, well, it's just justice for the families that were affected by 9/11. And Obama said, oh, but that'll open up the United States to being sued by foreign governments and U.S. citizens being sued by foreign governments using their own courts or an international body, which is not actually what it's about. It's extremely constrained, honestly, maybe a little bit too much at times. But then he wants to pass a TPP that'll allow corporations to do the same thing. There you go. There's the hypocrisy. That's what I can't stand about Obama. I also can't stand it about his fans. They exonerate him of all this shitty stuff that he did and said for so long. I'm glad the TPP is gone. It is a good thing, inarguably, for our nation. It is objectively good for us to retain more jobs. It's good for us not to be sued by foreign corporations because, oh, well, you broke some obscure Malaysian patent law or something like that. Fuck your patent laws. That doesn't have any legal sway over us because we're not going to have a TPP, thankfully. Good. First big victory for Trump. He hasn't even been in office for a week. So I have high hopes. This is what he needs to focus on, too. He needs to focus on trade and economics and also foreign policy. That's what he needs to focus on. He doesn't have to worry about the moral issues like, oh, Roe v. Wade and stuff. All these women that are marching right now, too, they have such misconceptions about Trump and his priorities. I'm going to make a video about that, too. I've been asked by several people. I was going to do it yesterday. I already had 4 videos up. Yeah, that needs to be explained because something's a little bit stupid here and needs to be said. That's about all. Peace out.